Welcome back to Crossing Souls. What is this game anymore? I don't even know. Because this used to be a Wild West town. And look what we did to it. Just with time shenanigans with Zap Stonewood here and his dog that he found that made a DeLorean time machine. Yep, that's what happened last time. And we created an entire town. Oh, the dancer did survive. And she got married to Alias, just like she wanted. Congratulations, you two! Chris, you're not tall enough. You're not tall enough to get married, I'm sorry. Charlie is almost tall enough to get married. Oh, don't be silly, Mr. Greaser. That would imply some kind of time shenanigans. This place doesn't really have a whole lot to it. It's just to throw into contrast the Wild West abandoned town. And it just filled with filler dialogue from other places. Just some repeating dialogue. It does have one secret, though. You can only get this classified document after you save the town. The One-Day War Project. All units will be informed of D-Day under direct higher orders. The necessary forces for invasion must exceed 4 times the world population. First objective, total extermination. Domination of the last regime over every form of life. Oh, I don't like that. Establish worship of Seth and his word. Excuse me, what? Erect the Major Oh Rus as the world leader of the last regime. All troops will be rewarded with divine grace of Seth and resurrection of their soul. Desertions will be punishable by death and extinction of the soul. Wow, they're serious. Luckily we put a big chink in their plans by getting rid of all those school children, right? Come back soon to Goldfields. The DeLorean is there on the billboard. It's like the town logo now. This is a silly game. And even their ghost family. Meanwhile, at the Legion of Doom, it's Buff Bigley. Are you doing okay, sir? Juice lightly. Whoa, he's giving him a Darth Vader. I mean, a Darth Mater. I killed the fat kid, though, sir. Oh no, Lift Deadly! I was expecting him to be some kind of, like, boss or something. Just done got owned by the Ghostfinity Gauntlet. I had so many more names for him, too. Like Hunk McChunk, Huge Jocktaman, Shoot Gunfinity, Thad the Chad McDad, Unlimited Ammo, Meat McTanktop, Muscles McGillicuddy, Sig Smoker. Oh, he's taking it personal now. We'll never once again see Big McLarge Huge. If only they invented something that goes on tracks that could go faster than 3 teenagers on foot. But nobody invented those. Besides, the DeLorean's out of gas. And if we drive too fast, we'll end up back in the past again. Is this really a time to be talking about swimming? 2 of our friends are dead. Let's go swimming. The world is in danger. Let's have a swim. Did you hear something just now? Biggie is literally right there with you. Just turn on the Duat and he'll say hi. Just talk to the Biggie once in a while. All he has is Kevin. He likes you. Oh, right! Trains! Trains like railroads! And we're on a railroad! Man, who rides a train nowadays? Am I right? Mr. T was right. I shouldn't have been on the train tracks. I should have listened to him. Dive out of the way! Don't you love it in the movies that they have enough time to stop and talk while the train is about to kill them? Well, at least these 3 characters still have their plot armor. No one has to die today. By train. The most important thing on the railroad. Trains. Don't get hit by them. Since when did these guys get hover bikes? You know, remember the plans that we left in Goldfield in a chest? No one could find those. Absolutely not. Oh, rookie mistake. So, you know, that scene is just there. He had a humorous accident, sir. He was only 3 days from retirement from rookieism. Well, at least they're okay. Welcome to Chapter 7. Also, we have like a whole bunch of profiles from that last chapter. Like Brick M. Stonewood. Comes from somewhere in the galaxy. Woke up with Copernicus, a dog from another planet that emerged from a DeLorean. He fixed it up, but every time he punches the 5th gear, they end up in another era. And they're just a B story that'll play itself out. We'll never get to see that. Alias Brevorts. The merchant dude. He fell in love with a can-can dancer in Goldfield. Old Goldfield. The other Goldfield. Goldfield 1. But he ended up in jail. Because she blew up the train tracks. She was in love with a merchant. Why did she have to blow up train tracks? And then I realized something in the dialogue that tells us exactly why. He was trading through Native American territories. She wanted to trap him in Goldfield. That's why she blew up the train tracks. Or was going to. Here's the soldiers. You know, the soldiers all get one profile. That's it. They all work for Major Oh Rus, who I called Oh Ra at least once. I thought it would have been Ra because, you know, the Egyptian thing. But, you know, basically Metal Gear soldiers spliced with stormtroopers. The Mott Judge. Or the Ma'at. He doesn't care about partiality. He only knows the logic and the naked truth. He prepares souls for judgment. And that's it. We still have a few more profiles, but they're not missable. The only missable one that was left was Bronson. Look at that tiny house out there. It's a weird perspective. Sweet, a jet bike! Not sweet! Oh Rus! Boss fight time? We gotta bounce missiles back using our baseball bat, right? I think he's intending to threaten you with die. This guy doesn't trust anyone. Also, I'm not sure if that's the playback or that was actually in the video, but it looks like it skipped a little bit there, like a real VHS. So Matt, you know how to fly one of these things, right? It's another minigame. Keep up with Charlie and don't get exploded. Harder than it sounds, considering this is a bullet hell with a floaty looking bike. Hover bike. Of course, it's not as bullet hell as some other things, but it's really hard to dodge these bullets sometimes. There's a lot of momentum in this bike. The missiles are your biggest threat. This kind of reminds me of the shooters they would have in the arcades, like I think it was called like 1984 or something like that. Those classic ones. Okay, yeah, this is when it gets really mean. The bullets get really mean there. Luckily, it's quite generous on how many hits you can take. As long as it's bullet hits. Missiles are a different story. This is getting ridiculous. I can't blow up those guys with your own missiles. Oh, it's showing battle damage now. It's smoking a little bit. Structural integrity is at a premium. We need some hull repair. Matt, see if you can lock down these S-foils. Why can't Matt at least shoot back with his energy ray? Make this a shooter. We're okay, right? We succeeded? It doesn't sound like a success. We'll never catch him now. Welcome to the Pyramids of California. I knew it. The Grumpinati is real. They were working with Major Oh Rus. They want to control the dead. Why control the living when you can control everyone who has ever died or will die? You gotta think higher. Pyramids, Chris! It sounds like an end of a game in there. You know, she has a whip. And evasion powers. And also we can't access Little Joe, or Big Joe, and Little Kevin. They kind of just got yeeted out of the story after that time travel. Whoa, Kevin found the dead body. We didn't know what was actually attached to it. Uh-oh. It's the Act 3 dispute. The protagonist and his best friend are going to have a fight. It's a classic trope. They're all into great movies. Matt is kind of a whiner when it comes down to it. If he did, he would smash those glasses. The rain sounds more like fire here. But I'll admit, things are getting heated. That's not scientist thinking. You gotta do this, Matt. We need your science. It's down to just Chris and Matt. It's come full circle. No Big Joe, no Kevin, no ghost seeing. Just the power of baseball bat and energy gun. And hover boots and rolling. And pompadours and thick glasses. And basic platforming. Because we can't do anything else. We killed off all the people that would make other puzzles possible. This is all we got left. We didn't think things through. It's the beginning of the end. Of course our heroes will hold out. They sure do have a lot of billboards for things everywhere. Kind of broadcasting their location to everybody. I wonder how the United States military feels about clandestine operations on their soil. Doing some Area 51 jazz. Because I'm pretty sure they wouldn't enjoy it. The military is never around when you need them. It's going to take some doing to get those items. We're going to need some rocket boots. There's no, like, secret passage over there. What we got to do is go around. The hitboxes are strange with that block there. And just a point of note, the stamina recovers when you switch away from a character. That's going to be very important later. Spotlights, yet again. We don't want to get shot with machine guns, but check out what's down here. Go through that little nook right there. There's secrets to be found even in Chapter 7. Which is not quite the final chapter, but it's close to it. You got Dino Bubbles and Troubles. Video game. These little twin dinosaurs are in serious trouble. After gorging on soap flakes, their flatulence has transformed into fetid bubbles. What? Ew. This leads them to be expelled from the pack and become fugitives. And confronted with one of their pursuers, they discover that those that come in contact with their bubbles become fruit. Yeah, fruit. Find the antidote and reunite them with their family. This is a very disgusting game, and maybe you should stay in the military base where it belongs. I'm concerned. There's a few more secrets in this area. There's always more secret. We're going to have a lot of complicated spotlight having. Like that. You're going to have to be really, really on your game dodging those spotlights. Or you will get shot in the face with machine gun bullets. Matt is a faster runner than Chris. I should be using him more often for those spotlights. Let's loot the military for all it's worth. All their candy. It's a point of no return. It's defeat or be defeated. It's bomb or be bombed. You know, they could have just dropped bombs onto Junga and solved this in seconds. But no, they had to do the bad guy thing. Stupid bad... Colonel. I've been spotted. Oh, maybe if I stay still. Must have been the wind. Of course no one would ever believe that. You know what this is. I know what this is. Of course I know what this is. Gotta have that Metal Gear reference. I wonder what Snake was going to be doing here. They did say something about the military people, these guys, the soldiers of the last regime or something like that. Yeah, the name's right there, literally. They were going to make like some kind of empire of conflict. It kind of sounds like Zanzibar Land or Outer Heaven. Oh Rus. I can't say Oh Rus. He's basically Big Boss. No way back now. There's absolutely no way we could get past that gate if we want to chicken out. Right, Matt? It's a good thing these guys' eyesight is just as good as their shooting. Welcome to Chapter 7. The inside of the base. Oh man, you can't be winded already. You just hid in a truck. We have so much more platforming. Now is when it gets really complicated. Got these disappearing platforms. I could have sworn that was a platform to land on. But no, it was just pink water. And Chris can't make these jumps. What you gotta do is you gotta quick switch to Matt. And let him do the hovering over the big gaps. You gotta be on your guard, you gotta be on the fly. You don't have much time to be doing switching. Which is probably why they removed like pretty much everybody else from the party. Because there's only one way to cycle, just hitting the L1 button a whole bunch of times. And I goofed. Why? Because I thought I could switch to Chris in midair. You can't. You have to be standing on solid ground to be able to switch your party members out. There's no jumping with Chris and then turning into Matt so you can hover a little bit. You gotta commit. And Matt's kind of running out of stamina. Because it refills when they're not selected, but it refills a little slowly. Oh, is that new enemies? That's new enemies, isn't it? Oh boy, new things to break! No ghosts for us! We got robots now! You know, like fighting and shooting people and becoming ghosts, because the ghosts are apparently part of the army. Robots don't have ghosts. They're not allowed to fight in the one-day war. Kind of ambitious, if you ask me. If you ask me, it's kind of ambitious. That robot kind of yeeted himself. He's untargetable now. Which is fine by us. We don't have to kill the robots. We just have to get them out of our way. These Teemos. Yeah, you stay there. Like seriously, they call it the one-day war. What if it lasts 2 days? It's no longer the one-day war. Plan thwarted. What if the mortals hold out? What if there's like a second wind going on and they push back and it goes into another day? Plan is foiled. Oh Rus is screwed. They put those everywhere. Remind everybody about the one-day war. Constantly. In your military base. Okay, this is kind of a tricky secret. It's another one of those leap of faith things with Matt. It's right there. Another classified document. This is a fish with a gag in its mouth. That's what it looks like to me. The words of Osis. God of gods. Universal justice, balance, and cosmic harmony for all souls. 8. Do not cause tears to shed. 9. Respect your neighbor. 10. Do not steal what you do not own. 11. A Digimon is evolving. 12. Do not damage nature. 33. Respect the dead. 34. Respect the sacred days. 35. Do not steal offerings made to the gods. Wow, this guy's got a lot of rules. I don't know about this Osis fella. It did that automatic run thing on me. It's a good thing I was able to salvage it. Almost skeeted myself right off the edge, too. I see more secret, but I can't get to it from here. We gotta find a way around. Now you have to time your jump back so you're not spotted by a spotlight as you land on that platform there. Go, Chris, go! No, Chris, no! Bad idea! This is the gap in that spotlight, but that's not where it is. They do not play around with the hazard damage in this level. Water or otherwise. Okay, that's just not fair. That was just not fair. I know what to do now. I have to switch to Matt and make the jump. Your prize is a robot. Good job with platforming. The robots are a heart conduit. There's lots of hidden prizes and places. It is a military base after all. They're gonna have lots of bombs and flash grenades and candy. How are they gonna keep the soldiers happy if they don't have candy? Those bombs are pretty useful on the final boss of the game. That's why I'm hoarding them. I remember that they do quite a bit of damage to the boss, so it doesn't take forever, because Chris is not exactly a powerhouse like Joe. More of these. I was trying to beat out the platform, but we became the platform instead. The hitboxes on those things are deceptively large. I had an idea. Let's cheat through some of the puzzles with hover boots. Go, Chris, go! Oh, right, bombs! If the red cone sees you, you get exploded. This is a secret passage here. Take the little narrow path. And there will be another little narrow path that we can target somewhere. We still have some platforming to do if we want to get to that secret. Always wary about the spotlights, because they're huge hitboxes. Could be a problem. Oh yeah, mashers! Also, I was distracted by what that noise was, because I never heard it before for the entire game. But I realized it's a feature of mats that I've rarely used. I use it a bit later. The second secret. Another radical mix. Volume 2. Hairspray Madness by Hot Jovi. Blame on You by Aha. Every Donut You Take by the Obese Police. The Dinner Club by Dangerous Minds. Boys want to have fun too, says C. Looper. Wake Me Up Because I'm So-So by Bazinga. And The Launch Countdown by The Old Continent. I remember some of those. I recognize some of those. I clapped. Mentally. Because I don't, hands. I mentally clapped. It counts. I recognize the nostalgia. This game is all ghosts and nostalgia. Just like Halloween, which is over now. Which is why we have robots and not ghosts everywhere. Get on in there, mix it up. Robots are affected by flash grenades too. The Mousers are your regular, hit guy enemies. We got this T-799 here. Nice reference to the Terminator, by the way. T-800. And they're kind of hard to dodge. Lost my train of thought for a little bit. Oh, those big tanky dudes are actually the grenade throwers. They're less solid than they look. Those guys. They'll launch grenades at you, like Molotov throwers and other such enemies like that. So, it's just a redress of regular enemies. It's not like they do anything particularly new, except for the 788, or the 798, 99, 1000, and 1. This is where Matt gets to shine. Long-range combat against explosive mines. There's no other secrets in this chapter, so it's really just going to the end. Because the chapter was really generous with the save points at the beginning of the game, the beginning of this video. But now I'm just looking for them. That's when I realized, hey, I could do that on command. What is that? Chris can't do it. Because that is Matt's lock-on feature. He's like Soldier 77, but nerdier. He could lock onto enemies and he could shoot diagonally. It would have been so much helpful in certain situations, but I forgot he had a lock-on thing. So I resolved to use it more often. Sadly, these Teemos are like the tanks. They're big, they charge at you, they take a lot of hits, and there's no Big Joe to punch them. Ah man, Big Joe would have loved punching robots. Big Joe, why'd you have to die? You could have punched robots! You would have enjoyed it! They're safe zones. We gotta get that gate open. Mine be gone. For your mine removal needs. Matt is useful for this, because he's a little bit faster than Chris is. Also, I think he has a smaller hitbox. These robots are supposed to be weak against energy weapons. They're supposed to scramble their circuits or something. I played enough Fallout. I never found the robots all that threatening in Fallout. Except maybe the Assaultron. But it's big PEQ laser. But the regular Protectrons, you can just shoot them with regular bullets and they die pretty easily. The Mr. Gutsies, you can just blow up their jetpack. It makes robots feel a lot less threatening than, like, a raider or a mutant. That's right, Matt. You do the science stance on them. All these Mausers, where is the turtles when you need them? Did Master Splinter not hear about the one-day war? We could have got his help in Tujunga before he got exploded. We could have warned him, hey, there are giant military missiles coming. You and your turtles need to get the heck out of town and you could team up with us. Giant head just sitting in the sands. Looking like Locutus of Borg or something. What are they doing with these ancient ruins? I thought that was some kind of hidey hole. But no, it's not a hidey hole at all. Also, Chris is bad on treadmills. He needs to work out more. He's not particularly good at running on a treadmill. This level just keeps going. We get it, you love puzzles. I love having a save point. I enjoy save point. This is when I resolved, you know what? Matt's faster. But the problem is that Chris has something that Matt can't. And you'll see it when I get back onto the treadmill. Matt might be faster running, but Chris could spam jumps. Which makes it so much easier, as long as you got stamina remaining. It's gonna get a little difficult. That one light is faster than the rest. Make sure you put both switches behind a laser grid on really difficult, you know, conveyor belts. I forgot the word for a second. They call it military intelligence. It doesn't mean they're actually intelligent. You know the military. That's a spooky doo-wop face, like we saw in those ruins. Oh no, is Matt gonna die now? Please don't shoot Matt. Please don't shoot Matt. I like the sound of that. Doo-wop capsules? Is it gonna become Resident Evil now? I don't like the sound of that thing. Oh, finally, a save point. Next time on Crossing Souls. We've made it to the belly of the beast. What awaits inside? Good night, folks.